I'm kind of leaning Justin on this one. No offense, Bob.
I think so.
You offended me, so it's fine.
Sold.
But, whatever.
Justin sold.
Next time, don't worry about my guy. No, I'm very offended.
I'm pissed off, but it's fine.
Damn, bro. All right.
Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Monday, November 14th, 2022. Recording live from the Yay studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, I have one, Bob Aldritz.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And one, Justin Moore.
Good afternoon.
And our resident statistician and historian, let's see if he caught on, Trey Dishner.
How's it going, fellas?
God damn it.
One of these days, we'll see. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We do appreciate it. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Last week was our, it was not our Halloween special. It was 2 weeks ago. Last week we played, what did he say? Bob gave us the worst 5 defenses in the league.
Worst, by the way, if you were wondering. I tried.
Trey told us about the all-time leader in missed shots, which was surprisingly, to a degree, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then we played. What was the game that we played last week? I've already lost it. Rapid fire trivia.
Yes, rapid fire.
Well,
we did that 2 weeks in a row. Or something.
Yeah. So, alrighty, guys. Well, if you haven't checked that one out, be sure to do so. It was a fun episode, even though I couldn't remember it. Now, this is the basketball game show after all. So before we dive into our first game of the day, Justin, can we get an update on the scoreboard?
You sure can. After last week, the only one of us to win their bets, Trey, is in first place. 2,500 big ones.
Hey, who's in last, Justin?
We're not there yet. Michael's in second place, 1,800 points. Bob, you are in third place with 1,175 points, just 175 points ahead of me in last place with 1,000 points.
No, I was just curious.
Thanks.
Cool.
We're supposed to be a team for the first part of the show.
We are. Chill out.
Now, I did
always are.
I did want to mention last week we brought up that for the punishment for the month of October, Justin getting last, he will be wearing a Draymond Green t-shirt. For the month of November, shipping issues, it's not here yet. Apologies. It will be here next week, at least we hope so.
I will wear it for 4 consecutive episodes when it gets here.
Yes. Now,
much to my chagrin.
And we have agreed on our punishment for the month of November.
Here we go.
The loser, last place of the Props to You monthly scoreboard, will have to do Da Bomb Beyond Insanity on the show. And if you're not familiar with this hot sauce, I recommend that you check out Hot Ones, or I think I got some on my finger. It's going to burn the entire show. It is a scorching hot sauce, which is really going to be entertaining for whoever takes last to take that during the podcast.
Real quick here. How much of that are we going to
Like a shot glass.
No.
Put your finger on it and kind of...
You don't want your finger on it. We will
do a dab.
Yeah, no, it'll be very little.
Look at my dad.
It'll be very little on a teaspoon, like very little amount, and trust me, that'll do plenty. So,
Gotcha.
Something to look forward to. And if you want to keep track of our progress in that, be sure that you hit the link in the description of this episode. You can also ask us questions, chat with us, give us game ideas, all that stuff. Hit the link in the description. Join our Chalkboard group chat. It is a fun and free way to support the show, and it's now on Android. If you'd been locked out because you were on Android, you are now free to join. So let's dive right in today with a very fun episode ahead of us with none other than everybody's favorite game.
What did he say? I'm talking about practice, not a game.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
That's right, it's What Did He Say? The rules for this game are very simple. I will play an audio clip of an NBA personality, player, coach, or analyst. It will be your job, Justin and Bob, to work as a team to guess who or what that person is talking about. Each correct guess is worth 100 points. In the event of an incorrect guess, Trey and myself will receive the 100 points. 3 clips today. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Golly, that's crazy.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Question 1. Who is JJ Redick talking about in this clip?
I felt in watching it in real time, I just felt so bad for the Utah Jazz. Just no real options to match up with him. And you saw that specifically in the fourth quarter. But he's so good at recognizing when those doubles are coming that he's just going to catch it at the elbow, face up, and either wait for the double or go one-on-one.
Who is JJ Redick talking about in that one?
I would assume this is from the vaunted Old Man in the Three podcast.
You are correct.
Thank you. Context clues are important, Bob.
They are.
And so he's obviously not talking about Danny Ainge. He's not on the court. You know what I mean?
Yes. Correct.
Or Lou Williams, by the way. Was it last week or the week before you
Yes.
said Lou Williams is not on an NBA team right now? Sorry. Go ahead.
The sweet Lou. He's still around.
He is. I would assume, obviously, the lead guy on a team in my head. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big Old Man in the Three listener. But
That's a good thing
why?
because I get so much
Yeah,
content.
he
from it.
does. I know.
I hate to ruin it for you. I would assume he's talking about somebody that's a great playmaker that's going to get double teamed, obviously, a la my man, not Timothy Duncan, Luka.
Okay.
Western Conference team. They do have to play 4-ish times a year, right?
Yeah, and they didn't have an answer for him, not only in the post, but also in general.
Who does?
The Luka pick is actually very good. I didn't think of that, so.
Well, did you
I
have a
love
thought?
it.
No?
No,
Let's rock with it.
Yeah.
Locking it in.
Lock it in.
We're trusting Justin's gut.
Trusting Justin's gut. Let's go with Luka. Let's see.
Look, that's as dominant as I've ever seen Joel.
We don't trust your gut.
because it was.
The game was last night. We've
Well,
talked about it
God.
5 times before the show even started.
I hear you.
Crazy, but okay, no, incorrect. Thank you for the 100 points.
I
Free
just
100
forgot.
points.
I forgot
Thanks
who
for
they
that.
played. To be honest with you, because he was so much better than them.
That is true. Joel Embiid had an unprecedented performance last night in a win over the 10-win Jazz, going for a career-high 59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocks, including 27 points, 5 blocks in the fourth quarter, and went 12 for 15 from the line in that quarter as well. Let's overreact. Is Joel Embiid an MVP candidate, Bob?
Absolutely. I'm going to overreact on this all day. 12 for 15 from the line. When you have a big man that is as dominant as Joel Embiid, you expect something from the line. Not only that, but the 76ers are 4-1 in their last 5 games. That's a big indicator that someone on their certain team might be an MVP candidate.
Justin.
By candidate, do you mean he's going to get a vote? Sure.
Can he win it?
Based on right now, I don't think so. I think it's Giannis and Luka, and it's everybody.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I don't think that. Fun fact: he scored 100 points in 2 games. Crazy, right? It's only happened. And this is gonna, I know, sound crazy. 89 times in the history of leagues that happened.
Okay.
Happened with him, and it happened 86 times for Wilt Chamberlain.
Kobe did it once, didn't he?
Yeah, Kobe did it once. There's a couple other guys, but like my big thing was like Wilt did it.
Yeah.
86 of them.
Yeah, well, that's how.
What?
There's that viral tweet that always
Wild.
comes back whenever a stat like this. It's stats for centers be like, he's the only center to ever do this. He's the only center to ever do this, or 3 centers in the history of the NBA have done this. It's this guy once, and Wilt 70 times. Trey.
Yes, Embiid is definitely an MVP candidate. Another fun fact, he's the first player to put up at least 50 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks in a game.
True.
Since blocks came official, of course. But his 59 points was the most since AI in 05. So
Yeah, who had 60, right?
correct.
Only beat him by a point.
Yeah, so Embiid's definitely they were my prediction to win the championship this year. I got the early predictions. He's playing like this. If Harden can come around, Tyrese Maxey keeps filling in for him. I think that they'll be good.
So you guys both kind of touched on the historical impact of this performance. 101 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, 9 blocks in 24 hours. The win over the then top seed Jazz. The Jazz starters had 53 points. He had 59. This season, he now has the most points, field goals, and free throws in a game, as well as the most points and blocks in a half. Remember way back when there was a conversation about who the Sixers should trade, Simmons or Joel Embiid? It was a few years back, but it was like, oh, Embiid was out and he's unreliable health wise, and they're really good when it's just Ben Simmons with shooters around him. Should they trade Joel Embiid? Joel Embiid had 59 points last night in one game. Ben Simmons has had 47 points all season. So I think the Sixers made the right call there. Yeah. The Sixers, I mentioned this every once in a while. The Sixers, I have a love-hate relationship with. I rocked with them for a few seasons, and I loved watching Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. And 2019 4-bouncer from Kawhi broke my heart in ways that I wasn't expecting. But I hope for Philly's sake and for the Sixers' sake that Embiid he can't keep this up, but I hope he can keep up a level like this. And I do think he could get some votes this year. I hope he gets some votes. But I do think he will be taking a solid third place behind whoever it is between Giannis and Luka.
And here he is with his most points per game.
Yeah.
His greatest, essentially, contribution to the team. And here we are.
Yeah.
Saying he'll be third.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially coming back from injury. I think last year was the year that he had it. And the fact that obviously, Jokic had some historical numbers. He was able to snag it.
I think if Harden stays hurt, or if he ends up injured for a lot of the season and he keeps playing like this, I think he overrides the two for the MVP.
Yeah,
I could see that.
It could happen. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, good job to us. Thank you so much for those points. I was not expecting those ones. I thought this was a 100-point giveaway, so we'll take those for free.
It happened today.
It's okay, Justin.
Sorry.
Told you these were going to be tough, man.
Let's see.
Did you?
Did you?
On to number 2 now. What is my favorite person in the world, Bill Simmons, talking about in this clip?
I don't know if you've caught a whiff of their odor. It's not a great odor. The body language doctor, I had to take 2 Advil because my head was throbbing from all of the bad body language stuff that you're seeing in the games, the weird quotes, the plus-minus stats, and the possession stats. It's a borderline catastrophe. It's panic time, House. I think it is.
He's talking about a team. He's talking about a franchise. What team or franchise is he talking about?
Oh, God. It sucks, but I think he's talking about the Warriors.
Really?
The plus minus, you look at everyone off the bench, has a consistent minus. Okay. And every time that the game starts and the stars are on the court, we're looking at least a +4. You look at the bench and we're looking at -20s, -15s, even -4s, 5s. Like, that's kind of where I think initially.
After you say that, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good victory lap on the grave of the Warriors, but it doesn't look great for them currently constituted. My head wasn't thinking that. I was thinking more of like the Timberwolves because there's just so much chemistry issues. There's just so much going on there. But I do think the Warriors are a bigger story that would be talked about by Michael's favorite NBA person.
Yeah, I agree,
Simmons.
but the T-Wolves are easily right there with them.
I hear you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But
okay.
plus minus, I like it.
Plus
I like the
minus,
Warriors.
yeah, I think
We're gonna go
Warriors
with your
have the more
gut this
negative.
time.
All right, let's do it.
Going with the guts.
Going with Bob's gut this time.
Bob's gut of the Warriors. Let's see.
The Timberwolves of Minnesota.
Oh my God!
0 for 2 on the guts. 0 for 2.
Guts.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Guts. All right. Incorrect. No, it was. He's talking about the Timberwolves. Despite a win over the Cavaliers on Sunday, the Minnesota Timberwolves are, to put it lightly, underperforming so far this season. Currently sitting at the 12th spot in the West at 6-8. The Wolves are 1-6 against +500 teams this year. Bob, what's wrong with the Wolves?
I mean, so many times when you see a superstar or even that level caliber of player move to a team, there's going to be some transitional period, whether it be a year, whether it be the exception is LeBron, you know, like honestly, just like the greats. So if anyone thought that, oh yeah, just bring him on over, bring on Gobert, he'll fit right in, he'll mesh, and then we've got a championship level team. It's a bit of an idiot who would think that.
It ain't that easy.
It's not that easy. It just takes time. That's how I see it.
Justin.
I was big on the Timberwolves. I still think it can work, but the way I think it works is the Timberwolves need to look at their franchise, they need to look at everything going on, and they need to look at their future. They hemorrhaged some of their future to get Rudy Gobert.
All of their future.
They can get so much more of that future back by trading one piece, meaning get rid of Cat and get back what you can get for Cat, which is going to be a huge haul because Cat's a great player.
Wow.
And I think when you do that, the lane opens up a little bit more because what did Anthony Edwards say just a couple weeks ago? The lane's clogged. I can't dunk. Then you finally got to dunk in. So if you move that out, you're like, boom, you get some other ancillary pieces. Some people that are going to go, oh, fall in line. Because right now, I think we talked about it a little bit last season, which was it was going to be Anthony Edwards' team. It was trending toward that direction. And I think if you keep Karl Anthony Towns there at this point in time, it's been his show for so long that you can't now ask him to go, it's not your show anymore, it's this guy's show. That'd be my take on it.
Okay, Trey.
My take on it is, when you're looking at a team that's struggling, the first thing you want to look into is the leaders, whether it's the coach or my thing I look into is their point guard. And somebody who's been struggling is D'Lo. His numbers have dropped a lot this year. They're ranked 23rd in the league in offensive rating, and their rating's 118.8 when he's off the court, and then when he comes in, it drops to 105.5. And I've watched a few of the games, and like when he's in the game, he just off a defensive rebound, he just goes and forces things. Like they have no half court offense. So I definitely look at. I think D'Lo's the problem. I think he's if you trade anybody, I think you trade him
And
try to get
Trey,
something from him.
can I just add to that? Yes, D'Lo has been on the decline since the 2019-2020 season.
Yes.
Okay, and that's simply in the terms of points, which to me is contribution. And that's the difficult part is how the T-Wolves believe to move forward is to go towards the front court when in reality it should probably be in the back court.
Yep.
Interesting that you guys are talking about D'Lo in this instance because last night, and I realize it might be a flash in the pan, he had a 30-point, 12-assist game over the Cavs. So odd to me that he's the standout to you guys. So that's fair. I get it. And yeah, that might have been just a flash in the pan over the season. You're right, Trey. He has been underperforming. I want to go back to you, Justin, real quick. Mm-hmm. What is the right time to, if you think that trading Cat is the fix all and the cure all for this team? When is the right time?
Well, to be fair to the team, like Bob said, you bring in a really big piece. You got to give it some time and see kind of where we're at, what we're going with. There might just be growing pains. So we could look back at the Timberwolves in a month and they're rolling and everything looks great because they've gotten to know each other a little bit better. Maybe whatever, because there's just been weird shots taken at each other between Ant and
the
Cat.
Popeyes
Like
thing,
it's weird. So maybe they just need some time to kind of have some growing pains and figure it out. Now, I think you let that go on for maybe another month or two because by then you'll know if it's going to be good or bad. So I think in the next month, you shop Cat. Because people want Cat.
So you don't make it to the All-Star break with Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards on the same team?
No.
I actually agree.
Yeah, the weird thing to me is I've always found that strange. Like if you're like, you know what, I'm going to move on. Let's just say they're like, we're going to move on from Cat. Let's wait till the trade deadline. Why?
Well, that's kind of
get it moving.
That's kind of when the fire sale happens. I understand and I agree.
think the value goes down. I think the value is higher early. You know what I mean? Unless it's teams, I guess you could argue teams are going to overpay because they're trying to make a playoff push. But I just think get it done and figure your life out. You know what I mean?
So they give up 7 first-round picks and 4 players to give up on the combination of players that they traded for before 50 games?
They don't give up that, though. Because it depends on the package you get back for Cat. Because if Rudy Gobert got 5 picks, Cat's getting 4.
Okay.
At least 4 or 5.
So you're what you're doing is you're looking at it as a future play. You're not looking at it this year.
Okay. So here's the thing. Yes, they beat the Cavs last night, but they beat the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen. 2 of their 5 starters. 2 of their probably top 3 or 4 players. They are 1-6 against plus 500 teams this year. Only the Pistons are worse, who are 0-9. Their starting five of D'Lo, Ant, Jaden McDaniels, Cat, and Gobert is statistically the worst 5-man lineup in the NBA right now. Dead last of any variation combination of players. That five-man lineup has a offensive rating of 99.7. The Lakers are nearly 5 points better, and all we're talking about the Lakers' problems is offense, right?
Yep.
Defense, Twin Towers, all that, right? No, they're 14th in rebounds, 13th in blocks, 16th in steals, 19th in defense, 20th in net rating. He says it in the clip. Body language is off. Cat's leadership is questionable. You mentioned that the Popeyes thing. Ant's interest level seems to be non-existent. I mean, the play that went viral of him standing on the wing with his hands on his hips, watching the whole play, and then the other one that's I'm blanking on his name now, but someone pointed out where Cat, they get a breakaway and it's a 2-on-2 pretty much. Fast break with Ant dribbling up the right wing. Cat is calling for it. Kevin O'Connor, calling for it. Ant doesn't pass on the ball. So Ant runs out of bounds because he was sprinting to the basket, runs out of bounds, and then Anthony passes the ball to him. Odd. The numbers I just gave you, I mean, look, 14th, 13th, 16th, 19th, 20th. It's more like the mediocrity Timberwolves. Like they're just mediocre.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what you talked about was more so the team cohering with each other and like, oh, wow, yeah, we're waiting for a team to do that. Well, we did see a team wait through that and then eventually get to it with the Lakers. And I'll say it, like the fact that Russell Westbrook, and we had this whole conversation about, do you trade Westbrook? Do you trade Pat Bev? Like, it's funny the connection between the Lakers and the T-Wolves here, just to be like, oh, well, now we think, oh, they should have traded him. Well, you wouldn't see to trade Cat miles away, but Westbrook, oh, yeah, instant, yeah, trade him away.
I would say it would be more likely that they'd get a head coaching change before they would get a trade happen.
For sure. And I think push comes to shove, you blame the coach a lot. But if you have to pick, like if your two superstars don't like each other, you have to pick one. I'm picking Anthony Edwards if I'm the Timberwolves because I've had enough time with Karl Anthony Towns pushing people out.
I agree.
Tell me D'Lo's the issue.
We'll see.
D'Lo's the issue.
We'll see. I agree.
Ain't nobody calling out D'Lo in press conferences. Ain't nobody saying that.
Has he ever been the answer?
Before they traded him in Brooklyn, he was. He actually helped them a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, D'Lo gave you a title. Don't worry about that.
Oh, he did not. Okay, all right. 0 for 2. Thank you for the 200 points. On to question 3 now. What team is Jalen Rose talking about in this clip?
They have an all-star level backcourt. We know we're going to get up front, the rebounding, the shot blocking, and the finishing, catching lobs and dunking on people. But they've always lacked that perimeter player that can do what you just described. Not only get his own shot off the dribble, make open shots, but also give him some physicality on the perimeter on the wing position.
I know some of that is a little disjointed. I removed players' names from the clip. So there's a part where he says all-star level backcourt, those names are removed. This player, rebound, blah, 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 removed. This player, blah, 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 but they lacked perimeter, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead.
Seems like a Jazz comment, but then again, it could be another Minnesota comment. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, honest with you.
I didn't spend 2 of the 3. What did he say on the Wolves? I just
Okay, good. All right, thanks.
You know what it might be? It could be potentially an Atlanta Hawks comment from this part of an all-star level backcourt, right? Coupled with your Clint Capella, John Collins kind of a situation down low.
Sure.
That would make sense to me. And Jalen Rose talks about weird teams.
I know, he's so
you know what I
out
mean?
He's on TV every day, so he has to talk about a lot of teams.
For sure, but like in my head, like he's quoted a lot about like just obscure
he
things
loves
because he loves
Sacramento.
basketball so much. So he's one of the people that I know on TV. In my head, I go, he really watches things and he's really looking at different teams, and not many people are talking about the Atlanta Hawks. In my opinion, for good reason, but. I think the Atlanta Hawks with the Capella plus the All-Star backcourt.
Because it's talking about not only front, but backcourt.
The whole
Except,
team,
Yeah.
Can I hear it one more time?
You can hear it one more time.
They have an all-star level backcourt. We know we're going to get up front, the rebounding, the shot blocking, and the finishing, catching lobs and dunking on people. But they've always lacked that perimeter player that can do what you just described. Not only get his own shot off the dribble, make open shots, but also give him some physicality on the perimeter on the wing position.
Thoughts?
Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers. Woo! That's who I'm now changing my mind to.
I'm accepting that.
Yes.
Donovan Mitchell?
Well, I guess
And the
he's
Cavaliers.
talking about the
The
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers?
Hey, cheers me when he says this is correct.
All right, let's see.
Here's what I want to say about the Hawks.
I think that warrants a cheers from
brother.
Trey and I. Yeah, wow. 0 for 3 on the gut feeling today.
You were right.
You were right. You said the Hawks, and you were
right twice.
incorrect. Yeah, okay.
That's fine.
Thought you had it.
Well, while we've all been busy talking about the surprise teams like the Jazz, Blazers, or Cavs, the Atlanta Hawks have quietly risen to the 3rd seed in the East. They beat the best in the East Bucks last week without Trae Young and have perhaps found their missing piece in rookie wing real quick. I guess I kind of just gave it away to you. AJ Griffin. Are the Hawks legit, Bob?
So this goes back a couple months here where I actually put the Hawks as my number 3 to win the
Ooh.
East.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? This is a team that is still legit with not only Trey, but adding Dejounte, and then also
I knew that was coming.
and then also having Clint Capella on the floor. It's a fun team. They can stretch the floor more than you think and play defense a lot better than I think a lot of opponents are taking them to have. So yeah, 3rd overall. Easy.
Easy.
Justin.
Rough.
Easy.
What's the question specifically?
Are they legit?
Like as a contender? No.
Are they
Will they be in the playoffs? Yeah.
Are they
no.
Is their 3rd seed a legitimate 3rd seed?
And bro, these are your St. Louis Hawks. by
Yeah,
the way.
I know. Trust me.
You
I
realize
hear
that.
you. No, I know they stole my team. But more importantly, I don't think so. I think that we've kind of seen what the Hawks' ceiling was. We saw it a couple years ago, and I think the East got better. And while I do think they got better with Jante Murray, I don't see it long term. I just don't.
Trey.
The Hawks are legit. I knew they were going to be legit when they picked up Dejounte.
Just so everybody knows, that's a typo. Somebody said type DeJounte and put a P instead of an O, and it turned into
Yeah, I know.
Dejounte. Go ahead.
I love Dejounte. But anyways, yes, they are legit. They're well-rounded with, you could have Dejounte or Trey running the point. Kind of opens Trae Young up to shoot. They have a very good defensive team with DeAndre Hunter and Clint Capella. Clint Capella on the boards kills it.
20 a night.
Yeah,
At any night. He can go for 20 boards any point.
And averages 4 offensive rebounds a night. So that's huge to give, a
Another
Trae
chance of the shooters.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they're look out for the Hawks.
No, I disagree. Not to diss you or anything. I disagree. They haven't played anybody. The only contenders they've played to, they've lost, unless it was an odd circumstance of Embiid was his first game back or something crazy. Their wins are over the Rockets, Magic, Pistons twice, and the Knicks. They've lost to the Jazz, Bucks, and Sixers. Now, granted, they also beat the Bucks and the Sixers. They handed the Bucks their first. They handed the Bucks their first loss
By a lot.
by a lot. Was it a lot?
It was it was 117-98.
That is a lot. That is a lot without Giannis.
Fair enough.
I texted Kyle this the other day.
Fair enough.
I texted Kyle. We were kind of talking about the Bucks. I said, is this Giannis injury something to take seriously? And he said, not really. Like every game that he misses is honestly just him cashing up energy for a finals run, and they just get to play around with their 9th through 12th best players on the roster. And still are racking up wins. I mean, they're 10-2 now. Like, I don't think there's anything to worry about from the Bucks perspective. But they've lost to the Jazz, Bucks, and Sixers. This AJ Griffin rookie looks promising and might be the missing piece that we all thought DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish was going to be before they traded him. Kevin Huerter, before they traded those guys. But AJ Griffin shows some flashes, and if he turns into an all rookie kind of guy, maybe. But no, based off of their early season schedule, I don't think this is a legitimate 3rd seed. Whereas I look at a team like the Cavs, who have lost 4 straight now, and we talked about last week saying, are they legit? Or 2 weeks ago, are they legit? I think the Cavaliers are legit, even though they're technically in the 5th seed or the 6th seed now. And the Hawks are in the 3rd seed with a similar record. The Hawks are not moving the needle for me very much. So
I hear they are currently beating the Bucks as of right this moment by like 3. So
Why did they trade Cam Reddish, man? I liked him on the Hawks.
I wish I could tell you,
Dude.
because they got Kevin Knox, who is averaging you and I could come off the bench for him.
Dog water is the word that we're looking for.
Cheekers.
They are beating the Bucks as we speak by 36-33 with 8 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. So we'll see what happens with that. No Giannis still in that one.
No, he's
all
there.
right. Oh, he is. Okay, well then I'm sure they'll win. Okay, we will see what happens with that. But that moves us on to our next segment. We got to we're about a half-hour mark, so we got to get this ball rolling here, and that moves us to our next segment of the day, which of course is Bob's Buckets.
It's time for Bob's Buckets.
Woo! Sheesh. All right, so we talked about Joel Embiid's insane 59, 11, and 8 and 7 block performance earlier. So it got me thinking, wow, what are the greatest big man performances of all time? I just want to know.
okay.
So looking into it, honorable mention, of course, Joel Embiid's today. But number 3, I'm going to give it to Dirk. Okay. So in 2011, I don't know if y'all remember, but in the conference finals against the Thunder, in a sold-out Dallas crowd, Dirk scored 48 points. However, on only 15 attempts, okay?
Wow.
He went 12 for 15 from the floor and then went a casual 24 for 24 from the free throw line. Insanity. Anyway, so despite a Kevin Durant 40 burger, you're only going to see the Mavs win in 5 and then eventually upset a certain LeBron James Miami Heat team that year. Insane. Okay, so number 2, I have David Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who could ever forget his 71-point game?
I was there.
No, well, maybe. I mean, if you were there on April 26, 1996, yeah, we got the date. He only needed 33 points to beat Shaquille O'Neal for the scoring title.
Yeah.
My man had that secured by early 3rd quarter, okay? Because he went on to score 71 and proved to us all why the Spurs were so damn good for so damn long. Anyway, and number 1, we all know that lovely March 2nd.
Triple digits, baby.
You know it, 1962.
Did it actually happen?
It did.
You didn't hear me say that. I didn't say that.
The Philadelphia Warriors star player Wilt Chamberlain dropped 100 points on the Knicks. So he went 36 for 63 from the floor. And hey, someone who was a career 51% free throw shooter went 28 for 32 from the line. So he overexceeded by a long shot his free throws. And those are the most dominant big man performances of all time.
I don't think there's a question about number 1. I mean, there's only one player that's ever scored 100 points ever. It's
Can
completely
you imagine if they counted blocks when he played?
Oh, man. It's average 20 blocks a game or something.
What's after a quadruple double?
Quintuple double?
There you go. He probably would have got it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah. All right. Well, good job, Bob. David.
Thanks, Bob.
Mwah!
All right, that brings us on to our segment of the day, which is a fun one, as always. It's Pick or Roll.
Pick or roll. Pick or roll. Pick or roll. Pick, roll, pick, roll, pick, roll, pick, 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 pick.
Oh, this one's a fun one, and damn, that's a banger.
It's such a good song.
If you're unfamiliar with this segment, I will give the guys, Bob and Justin, 2 freezing cold, typically outrageous takes. They must then pick one and argue their side. Trey and I will decide on the winning argument and award 50 points to the winner. Number 1, let's get it rocking here. We are on the brink of one of the biggest draft prospects ever, Victor Wembanyama being eligible for the NBA. Who is more likely to blow it up, trade their stars, and make a run at Victor? The Bucks or the Celtics, Bob?
Okay. So the Celtics are my pick. So we have only a year left, both in Jalen and Jason's contracts. Move them out. Get it figured out. Bring in Wembanyama. Listen, we know we had Danny Ainge move away, who is, he could pick anyone. But no, the Celtics can't pick anyone. It's the Celtics who will eventually get Wembanyama by trading away Tatum and Brown.
Interesting. Just a real quick note. Tatum is locked in until 2026.
Yes.
Jalen Brown is locked in until 2024. Justin,
Yes.
go ahead.
24
So-
Jalen Brown.
The obvious choice here is the Milwaukee Bucks. When you look at the Milwaukee Bucks, what are they in the business of? They're in the business of freaks. The Greek freak. They want the next freaky player. That's, pause. So they definitely will trade away Giannis for the greatest draft package of all time. And they will take home Victor Wembanyama and the next 5 NBA titles because they can trade away Giannis and Chris Middleton and still have a great overall team to put around a young up-and-coming player.
Trey, what do you think about this one? Who you thinking?
Man, that was. I'm kind of leaning Justin on this one. No offense, Bob.
I think so.
I'm kinda
You offended me, so it's fine.
Sold.
But, whatever.
Justin sold.
Next time, don't worry about it, my guy. No, I'm very offended.
I'm pissed off, but it's fine.
Damn, bro. All right.
Damn, son.
We'll see you next round.
I go to Justin as well. That's 50 points for Justin. Yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll see. All right. Okay, number 2. After back-to-back MVP seasons, you could say that Nikola Jokic has accomplished a lot. But there are 2 goals that he's never been able to achieve. Winning an NBA championship and opening his own bakery in downtown Fort Lauderdale. So I ask you this, which is more likely to happen first? Nikola Jokic wins an NBA title, or he opens his own bakery in downtown Fort Lauderdale, Justin?
We've all seen Nikola Jokic in person. We've seen how he handles himself. We've seen how he moves up and down the court. It is obvious
Don't do that.
he needs to start his own bakery.
God damn.
100%. He's going to look great in an apron. He's going to look amazing. He's going to build his own ovens. Not a problem. You know he's got a great sense of taste, and he will definitely never win an NBA title.
Oh boy, Bob.
Okay, so he thinks he's never winning an NBA title. That's fine. He can have the best Nikola Bakovic. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it need be, the title. Listen, I'm shopping names. If you guys need inspiration, let me know. But here's why Nikola will win an NBA title. He now has the full crew of Jamal behind his back, which is killing it. Finally, he's back. MJP, which is your boy.
Michael
Aaron
Jordan.
Gordon. Michael Jordan Porter. And Aaron Gordon. Okay, Aaron Gordon is coming off my bench in fantasy right now. Hey, when I need him, I need him, and he delivers consistently. You know who won't deliver consistently? Nikola Jokic's delivery service at their bakery. They will not be associated with DoorDash nor Uber Eats, so therefore we'll see a title before we see a bakery.
Okay, before we decide, Trey, I have to ask Justin. This might tilt it in your favor or against you. What kind of bakery is it? Well, like, what is he baking at the shop?
I think what he specializes in is turnovers, because he never did that in the NBA. You know,
That was a good one, but
Yeah.
I love
Bob's got me.
Yeah.
Let's go, Trey.
Bobby.
Yeah, if you give me something better, I might have leaned.
I didn't have it.
Hey, that was good though. It was better than what I would have
some
came
good
up with.
ones. So.
Tied even. Here's the tiebreaker, number 3. As LeBron James draws closer to the passing of one of the longest holding records. Jesus Lord. As LeBron James draws closer to the passing of one of the longest held records in American pro sports history, we look forward to so many of the fresh, young faces of the league and wonder who could break this record. So I ask you this. Who is more likely to break the all-time scoring record of these young, fresh faces? Udonis Haslem or Andre Iguodala?
I knew he was going to give us some perfect people that will break LeBron's record, let's be honest. But if I could pick one, I'm going to have to go with Finals MVP, 2015 Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala. Okay, someone who was on the level of LeBron at one point in time, someone who kept up with him in a lot of those spaces, and the person who will fight him till the end, until the last person of that era will be playing basketball. Will it be LeBron? No, I think it'll be Andre Iguodala.
Justin.
I can't believe you came on this show and said something so incorrect. Udonis Haslem didn't have to play against LeBron James. He learned from LeBron James. Not only did he learn from LeBron James, I would argue Udonis Haslem is the reason the Miami Heat have been so successful for so long. The Miami Heat will keep giving him contract after contract after contract because Pat Riley's hair will come down his face before he doesn't sign Udonis Haslem to another contract because he will keep him here forever. It's never happening. Viva la Haslem!
Viva la Haslem. Trey, you have their career numbers pulled up?
I do.
Yeah, would you let me know?
So Andre Iguodala has 13,951 points. Udonis Haslem sitting at 6,562.
A man who literally came out and said, "This is my last season." I don't know. What do you think, Trey?
With seeing these numbers, and I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Andre Iguodala. He stopped LeBron in that series.
Yes, that's why
he's literally the reason.
Hey, my night posed this.
Yes?
He didn't stop him with his offense.
We're not getting into
Nobody could stop him except for Iggy.
That's right.
I think we got to give another 50 points to Bob.
Yeah, sorry.
So 100 points to Bob, 150
Justin.
points to Justin.
Viva
That was
la
a fun
Haslem.
one. That was Pick a Roll. And now we are on to our Trey's Fact of the Day.
Alrighty, guys, here to hit you with nothing but the facts.
Uh.
So 13 years ago, rookie Brandon Jennings set a Milwaukee Bucks record by scoring 55 points against Bob's Golden State Warriors, breaking previous records set by Lou Alcindor, also known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in 1970. Jennings' 55 points were the most by a rookie since Earl the Pearl Monroe. And that was
The
in
Pearl.
1968. So
Man.
That's
Yeah,
a good
crazy.
one. That was probably his career high, I would imagine, right?
Oh, that is a good question. I mean,
he averaged 14 points for his career, so
I would guess that yeah.
I would assume that was his career high.
It was his sixth game of his rookie season. So
Wait, in his sixth career game?
Sixth career game as a rookie, he scored 55 points.
See, that's the thing about
He was a real deal coming out.
Yeah,
Dude, Brandon.
that's the thing about where did he go to college? He went to
Oak Hill. He didn't go to college.
Oh, he did. Yeah,
He played
Oak Hill.
professionally in Italy for like a year.
Rondo went to Oak Hill.
Yeah, he's from
Carmelo,
California.
a lot of players.
Carmelo, yeah.
He's from Compton. That's a good one. Brandon Jennings. I mean, real quick, I have Brandon Jennings' basketball reference page pulled up.
God.
I'll give you $1,000 out of my personal checking account if you can guess his nickname on Basketball Reference. Go take a guess, Bob.
Brandon.
Justin. It's not Brandon.
Jennings Winnings.
Trey. Did you have it pulled up? You can't cheat. I'm not giving you the money.
He's from Compton.
Yeah.
YG 400.
No.
Yes! Let's go.
How about this? The pterodactyl.
He kind of looks like he's like walking weekly.
The pterodactyl?
Trey said that Brandon Jennings looks like a pterodactyl herd.
Hey, I'm just hitting you with the facts.
And with that, we are on to our game of the day, which is Team 20 Questions.
This is a banger.
Here's how this one works. We will start with 90 seconds on the clock. You will work as a team, Justin and Bob, asking Trey and I as many yes or no questions as you like. You must agree on one guess. If you are able to guess the player in the allotted 90 seconds correctly, you both receive 100 points. If you do not, Trey and myself will receive the 100 points. 4 players today, so a total of 400 points on the board. Last time we did this, you guys almost exclusively asked questions about the team and not the player.
Yep.
So this time you
Yeah.
get 2 team or location-based questions only. Only 2 of them.
Okay.
So don't try to go Bucks, Celtics, Wizards, and none of that.
I hear you. I hear you.
totally.
I
It
hear
ain't going to work.
Yeah.
All right, 90 seconds on the clock. Begin.
you. Western Conference.
No.
Southeast.
no.
Sorry. Fair enough. You're right.
Then you ask Atlantic Division.
Atlantic Division is yes.
Yes.
Okay, now we're talking.
Champion.
Oh,
Hold on, I may be wrong there. Sorry, 1 second.
No, that is wrong.
That's wrong.
It's
yes,
a no.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Okay. This is a guard.
Yes.
where are we looking? What are our teams here? If we're not in Atlantic.
Right. We're in the
So-
central and we're in the
and
southeast.
we're the
It's a
guard.
guard. Right. Is this a starter?
Yes.
Grizzlies.
Starting guard. Nope. That's the Western Conference.
Good point.
So we're looking at. Ooh. Do I only get like a just?
Eastern.
I can't ask you obviously just the player. I have to have a guess.
Guard.
So is this a shooting guard?
Yeah.
So it's a mix.
Potentially.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of like a tweener.
Do they start at the shooting guard position?
Yes.
That should have been the better question.
Kinda, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Is this
Good.
an all-star?
Yes.
Yes.
Zach Levine. I went Bulls.
This is an all-star last year.
Yes.
He is the starting shooting guard.
Starting
shooting
shooting
guard
guard.
that was an
Shooting guard.
all-star last year.
Is this? I think I got it.
Go ahead.
DeJounte
Okay.
Murray.
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Let's go, baby.
100 points to you guys. Yes, correct. It was DeJounte
DeJounte.
Murray.
A lot of DeJounte content today.
All righty. Yeah, a lot of DeJounte content. All right, so let's get it going. Question number 2, begin.
Western Conference.
No.
Okay. Atlantic Division.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So Knicks, Toronto,
Nets.
Nets,
Celtics.
Celtics.
Uh huh. So is this?
So do
is
we
this?
go guard?
Why not? Is this a guard?
Yes.
This is a guard. Is this a starting guard?
No.
Okay. Malcolm Brogdon's the first come to mind.
Okay.
He's not starting. He's a guard, and he's in that division. Then you look at
But I can't ask you
Toronto
what
bench.
teams.
Look at Knicks bench.
Is this player shorter? Is this player under 6'3"?
No.
No.
It did
I
not
think it's-
exclude. It did not exclude 6'3" players though.
I hear you.
Ask me. Go ahead.
Are they 6'3"?
No.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
cool.
So like I want to say
A long
I
guard,
want to say it's Emmanuel Quickly.
someone we would not see often.
Don't forget about the mics, boys.
Sorry, I want to say Emmanuel Quickly.
It's Emmanuel Quickly.
Emmanuel, quickly. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Nope.
Dang it.
Wow.
No. Hey, Bob, what was that first name you said?
God, it was Malcolm Brogdon.
Dang it!
I knew it.
It was Malcolm Brogdon. 100 points to Trey and I.
I thought you had that, Bob.
I know,
you
bro.
said it.
As soon as he said
That was-
I was like, whoa, off the bench, Atlantic Division guard, boom, Malcolm.
This time you
all
should
day.
have. This time you should have trusted your gut. See, the gut's all over the place.
It's what it is.
All
my
right,
guts, bro.
90
Trust
seconds
my
on the
gut.
clock. Begin.
Western Conference.
Yes.
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 Woo! Woo! Give me a division.
Pacific.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh.
Oh no, sorry,
no,
sorry.
it's not.
So I think
Wait,
honestly,
can I
like
get hang on, before I do that, can I get a clarification on that?
It's
Not
not
Pacific Division.
No Pacific
so
Division.
no Suns.
Oh,
Lakers.
I'm sorry. No,
Because there's an extension. Yeah.
no, not Pacific.
It's just a forward.
No,
It's just a center.
no,
No.
I didn't know if you included forwards and the centers together.
No.
So this is a guard.
yes,
This
This
is
is
I
a
think it's
starting
a-
player.
no,
No.
No.
I think it's someone coming off the bench for Portland.
Okay. Is this a point guard?
Sorry, yes.
This is a point guard. What are
He
you
is a
sorry about?
starter.
He is a starter. Yes,
So he's a starting point guard.
I did not say point guard.
I asked if it was a point guard, and so I'm assuming you said sorry yes to the last question.
Yes to starting, no to point
He
guard.
this
is,
is a-
he is not a starter.
So I think Kings. Oh.
He started 15 out of 15 games for this team.
Oh, okay. On here.
Oh,
I'm
no,
looking at
I'm
the
sorry.
wrong
No,
thing.
you're right. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat. He is not a starter. Final
He's
answer.
Starter.
I was like, I must be looking at the
So
wrong
not the
one.
Pacific Division, but it could be. So it's not a starter for this team. Never mind. That was a forward. I don't. Yeah.
Time's up. Give me one guess.
Mike Conley. He starts. I don't care.
You were close.
You were close. Talon Horton Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
You were close. Northwest
I
Division
wouldn't have
is
gotten
what,
that
what
I would
what they're in.
argue.
I was, for whatever reason, I saw his name and immediately thought Lakers.
For
And
sure.
I was like, yeah, Pacific. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah,
I was
sorry.
like,
I will point out so much convoluted evidence from the judges.
That is true.
No point should be awarded.
I'm not going to do that because that doesn't. You still had a lot of time. You still had 90 seconds, and you didn't narrow it down beyond some things. So how about this? We'll take 50 points. Is that because that one was on us? We won't take full credit for those.
And we'll
points.
take the other 50.
No, you will not.
That's fair.
Okay,
Fine.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's fair. Take him.
Great negotiation there. Okay, 90 seconds on the clock. Last one. We got 10 minutes left. Get it going.
Western Conference.
No.
Okay, division. Give it to me, Bob.
It's going to be Atlantic again.
that is.
Hang on one moment.
Because Atlantic is Knicks, Nets, Raptors, Celtics, right?
No.
No. Okay, I'm reclaiming my time. Can I get a guard?
Guard.
Yes.
Guard starting.
That is.
Sometimes.
So a sixth man?
He started 5 of this team's 9 games. Or he's played in 9 games and he started 5 of them.
Yeah, he is not a starter on ESPN.
He's played 9, started 5, not a 76ers.
So the team hasn't played 9 games.
He has played 9 games and he started 5 of those games.
Okay.
It's a weird start. Pascal Siakam is the one that comes to mind, but it's not.
It is a guard.
Okay. That,
He is a guard.
It is a
so
guard. It's not the
confirmed.
Atlantic Division, correct?
no.
No.
Atlantic. We can't
Give
go.
me
Can't go Clint
no.
because he started all of his games.
Also
so
guard.
It's not.
Looking for a guard.
I know. I keep going big guys.
So I'm
Cleveland.
going
Questions about
with
the
Drew
player.
Holiday.
Cleveland.
No. Ask more questions about it.
Okay, but
5 seconds left.
Is he a Cleveland player?
an all-star player ever.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Neither.
Neither. There's Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Ooh.
Tyrese Halliburton at the buzzer.
Close.
Miles
Close.
Turner
You
at the
wanna know who it
buzzer.
was?
No. Huh?
Want to know who it was?
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
Chris Duarte.
Great.
Chris Duarte for the Indiana Pacers.
And he is actually a starter,
still.
but he's hurt right now.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm also
Yeah.
gonna
We need
again
Pacers
argue.
players.
Ask you questions, and you don't have the answers readily available.
Here's the thing. This time, we only took a few seconds to
And on the
clarify
depth
division.
chart, it shows that he is not a starter. Andrew Nimhard, who I'm big on, is the starter right now for the
Andrew Benhard agreed. Now we got all these points, and you're wondering what we're going to do with them, and we gamble them away in. Props to you.
Another exciting episode of Props to You.
Why are you upset?
I'm a competitor, and I'll remain a competitor forever. That's how it goes.
We got 300 for that one, 100 for you guys.
Overall today,
Overall today.
Bob and Justin, myself. Bob has 200 points. I have 150 points on today. I am still in last place, 1,150 points. Bob, you are in third place with 1,375 points. That leaves Michael,
Yeah.
2,350, second place.
God,
Trey,
that's crazy.
Go
However,
ahead and say it. I'm not eating the hot sauce this month. I'll know that.
first place.
Trey.
3,050 points. Now, Trey, you have decided to take the Cavs, beating the vaunted Bucks on Wednesday.
How many points do I have?
You have 3,050.
Unlimited.
Let's put 1,000 on there.
Wow, Trey.
Okay.
Cavs are beating them.
You want the hot sauce.
You want the hot sauce. So, Michael, 2,350. You've taken the Celtics over the Hawks. How many points would you like to gamble?
I'm going to do 500. The
500.
the Celtics, as we speak, 3:24 left in the third quarter, are down 10 to the Thunder. Sorry, make it 8 to the Thunder. Or sorry, make it 12 to the Thunder.
Whenever we're ready.
So I think they'll be due for a bounce back on Wednesday.
Hey, Bob.
Hey!
You like the Magic over the Wolves. 1375. What are you betting?
300.
300 big ones. I'm taking my Wizards over the Thunder for 100 points.
Of course you are.
Nice.
And we are so excited to see what happens with those games and those picks and all that. And if you, listening or watching at home, want to keep track of all of our game picks and chat with us, ask us questions, or give us game ideas, hit the link in the description of this episode to join our Chalkboard group chat. It is a fun and free way to support the show now on Android. So be sure that you do that. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. As always, be sure you like, subscribe, rate 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you hear the show. Share with friends and follow us at @Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Just a reminder, we are recording live from the Yay Studio.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Bob, what do you got for the people?
Hey, so we're always telling to tell a friend to tell a friend about the podcast.
Tell you what.
But I'll tell you, tell a friend to tell a friend that you love them.
Oh.
Be good out there, guys. You know what I mean? Tell someone you love them.
Spread love. Give a hug. Justin.
I like that, Bob. That's really nice.
Thank you.
On this week's Wizards Watch, just so you know, things are looking up. The Wizards are currently holding the second longest winning streak in the league at 4 games, with wins over the Mavericks, the Jazz, and the Grizzlies, all without Bradley Beal. Things are looking up in Washington, D.C.
Who?
Trey.
So Beal to the Lakers, is that what you're saying?
So you guys know what today is, right?
Uh-oh, National what day?
National.
Not only November 14th, it's National Wear Your Seatbelt Day. So when we're leaving the studio
good one.
today, guys, make sure you put that seatbelt on. And everybody else, you guys driving around listening to us in your car, make sure you're wearing that seatbelt.
Wear that shit.
I thought it was National Tell a Friend to Tell a Friend Day. I thought that's where you were going.
Well, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Check us out on YouTube, all of our socials, Yay_basketball. Check us out.
Get it.
Click it or ticket, apparently.
Click it.
Good one.
Click it. The link in the.
Click the link or get a ticket. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it. We love you so much. We're working very hard on the YouTube. Please check that out if you have not already. If you're already here, be sure you subscribe, drop a like, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. But also tell them, more than anything, Yay Basketball.